If someone ever suggests you visit a pottery village in Hanoi, that'll be Bat Trang, 99.9%. Fair enough, because it's iconic in every tour itinerary around the capital city. But wait, what if I told you there's another village right next door, but out of tourist trail that's even older, with a story just as rich, but hardly anyone knows it exists? From Bat Trang, just around 2 kilometers further to the south, you'll find the former royal ceramic supplier whose products were once classified as treasure, along with pearls and silk. Its story of making pottery spans for over 10 centuries until now, filled with glory, decline, and then come back, yet in silence. Only until recent years has it begun to speak out loud about its 1,000-year-old tradition. But the big question is, will they nail it to reclaim the recognition it deserves? Today, let's together visit this hidden craft village and unveil its stories of culture and tradition that even locals have never heard of. This is Red River Delta, the cradle of civilization in northern Vietnam. Thanks to its rich alluvial soil, this region has nurtured a vibrant pottery tradition for over a millennium, with its riverside area being the hotspot. In this area, Bat Trang is not only a famous ceramic village, but also the most popular tourist destination, with around 100,000 visitors annually. But no one knows that just on the other side of the bridge, tucked behind quiet rice fields, lies a village with even deeper roots of ceramic making tradition. That village, its name Kim Lan. Kim Lan's pottery roots date back to around the 8th century and prosperously thriving in the 13th century. But how was this uncovered? Between 2001 and 2002, during the excavation of Thăng Long Imperial Citadel, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, thousands of ceramic shards were unearthed. Coincidentally, many of these shards marked pieces excavated from the discovery in Kim Lan, led by a Japanese professor named Nishimura Masanari and the locals. The styles, glazes, and clay composition were identical. With many other historical and archaeological evidences, experts came to the conclusion that this village was already firing ceramics when Hanoi was still called Thăng Long, the imperial city. But if it had such a long-standing tradition of pottery, why do even locals not know about it? After many years of producing pottery, the quality soil resource became exhausted. Many locals switched from making pottery to farming and other jobs to sustain a living. As a result, the pottery profession in Kim Lan was gradually declining. Their neighbors, known as Bat Trang nowadays, had access to new clay source from other provinces, which helped them survive during hard time. This was the stepping stone for them to remain the tradition and tap into trading with Chinese and European merchants from early time. Actually, Bat Trang and Kim Lan wasn't two different places. They once belonged to the same commune named Quang Minh for a period of time. However, when the Bắc Hưng Hải Canal was established in 1959, these two townlets were split into two different villages. The road in Kim Lan was smaller, not convenient for grand trading. Meanwhile, Bat Trang, with better location and road condition, was chosen to settle the cooperative headquarters, which later brought in the export contract for Bat Trang. In fact, many of Kim Lan's most skilled artisans moved to Bat Trang to work for the co-op. One more reason for not many knowing about Kim Lan today is about the product. Bat Trang focuses more on handicraft products and export. Kim Lan, on the other hand, mainly produces daily essential products with simple decorations such as kitchenware, candle stand, flower pot, construction material, etc. Their brand name was unrecognizable, and more sadly, there was a time when products made in Kim Lan was labeled under Bat Trang to get better consumption. Hence, it's no surprise that Bat Trang became the face of Vietnamese pottery, while Kim Lan fell behind even though they came from the same place. After about 200 years of almost being lost, in the late 20th century, the people in Kim Lan came back to make pottery and have gradually developed to this day. But it ain't an easy road. At the time they returned, competition with other ceramics products in the market is huge in terms of productivity, quality, and of course, the price. People in Kim Lan knew that they needed to change. They altered their production methods, switching from traditional coal kilns to gas kilns.
Làm thủ công ngày xưa làm bằng lò than nung bằng củi thì nó thứ nhất là về lao động nó cũng rất là mệt nhọc, thứ hai là sản phẩm thì nó không được đẹp, và thứ ba nữa là nó không năng suất. Với xu hướng của thị trường cũng như là xã hội thì những người nghệ nhân như anh cũng như là một số các anh em nghệ nhân trong làng cũng muốn để làm sao nó thứ nhất là đạt được cái chất lượng cũng như là đa dạng sản phẩm.
Thanks to technology conversion, carbon dioxide emission have been reduced by more than 80% and energy consumption has been saved by about 70%. Currently, Kim Lan has more than 300 operating kilns, attracting thousands of workers and bringing in about 500 billion VND per year in revenue. Yet, applying modern tools does not mean tradition fades. To preserve its heritage, a group of elders alongside the late Dr. Nishimura helped found the Kim Lan Ancient Pottery Museum in 2013. It's Vietnam's first ever community-run museum showcasing more than 300 artifacts from phoenix carved bricks to jade glazed bowls. They even recreated traditional wood fire kilns for younger generations to learn from traditional methods. Besides producing mass product serving the essential market, many artisans in Kim Lan pick their part in handicraft product line, which still embraces the beauty of conventional method, from clay preparation, shaping on a manual turntable, handcrafted decoration, to traditional glaze mixing techniques. Out of 17 artisans in Kim Lan, Mr. Nguyen Phạm, an ambitious national artisan, chose to challenge himself with a premium handcrafted pottery product and create prestige for Kim Lan Craft Village.
Với bản thân anh thì cũng là người con của làng quê, là nghề Kim Lan, cũng là muốn giữ lại nghề cha ông và cũng cố gắng bản thân để làm những cái dòng sản phẩm nó gọi là độ khó một chút thì anh mới đi theo vào con đường vuốt tay tạo hình từ đất trắng, đất cao lanh.
He is also one of the first people to boldly print the brand name Kim Lan Ancient Pottery Village on some of his selected products. He also inspires young people who has a passion for ceramic making like himself.
Bản thân em thì cũng làm nhiều công việc rồi, nhưng mà em thấy mình thích mấy cái môn vẽ vời một chút. Em thích những cái hoa văn rồng phượng ạ. Em nghĩ là những họa tiết như thế thì nó nói lên lịch sử của Việt Nam mình nữa. Thực ra thì từ đầu em chỉ biết về làng Bat Trang đấy. Nhưng mà khi nghe bạn em giới thiệu qua đây thì em cũng mới biết về Kim Lan thôi ạ. Em thấy nó vẫn giữ được cái truyền thống. Nó không quá hiện đại, em thích nó hơi cổ kính một chút. Em nghĩ là em sẽ gắn bó với nghề này. Em muốn được phát triển cái tay nghề của mình hơn nữa và có nhiều cơ hội để phát triển.
With long-established cultural value, in August 2024, Kim Lan was officially recognized as a tourist attraction, and a few months later, its pottery tradition was also recognized as a national intangible cultural heritage by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism. These dual winnings paved the way for Kim Lan to promote the forgotten tradition, as well as enhance tourism potential. But recognition alone doesn't guarantee revival. We took a trip to Kim Lan, but it seems like there aren't many things going on for tourism here. Not many pottery showrooms, just quiet workshops that are manufacturing goods. Not many restaurants or eateries either. It'll be hard for tourists to discover the village by themselves due to the lack of English guideline and tourist information. To promote tourism in Kim Lan, it's like writing on a blank paper. It needs big effort and holistic plan. The locals are even unsure about what the government would support the village to develop tourism policies.
Hiện tại điểm du lịch Kim Lan được thành phố công bố du lịch, nhưng mà về sát nhập của tất cả các xã làng xã thì hiện nay thì cũng đang bị dừng hoạt động. Thì Chủ tịch xã Bat Trang sẽ có hướng để mở một cái điểm du lịch làng nghề Kim Lan. Nhưng mà bản thân anh thì cũng không biết là xác định là nó vào ngày nào đấy, nhưng mà cũng mong rằng rất sớm, một ngày rất sớm thôi thì Kim Lan sẽ có điểm du lịch để đón tất cả các khách trên toàn quốc về với làng nghề truyền thống gốm sứ Kim Lan.
But what we realized after the trip is, the locals here, they didn't wait around. Last year, they together built a beautiful garden along the riverside and exhibited some of their pottery products as a way to enhance the village image. This place, indeed, is one of the best spots for a sunset in Hanoi that we have ever seen. So romantic, so peaceful and lovely. Sadly, Yagi storm last year wiped the garden off. Undauntedly, this year, they've launched a community fund to replant trees, hoping to attract more visitors and restore what was lost. They even established a community Facebook page that proactively showcases the beauty as well as discuss ideas to develop the town's image. No matter what future holds, they had our respect for their resilience, passion, and love for their hometown. Kim Lan's story of an ancient pottery village has so many ups and downs, but in the end, it's the love and passion for tradition that have kept it flourishing for generations. Next time, if you think of Hanoi Pottery Village, don't just stop at Bat Trang. Go a bit off the beaten path and explore the beauty of Kim Lan, a 1,000-year-old gem of Vietnamese craft village. This is not only an expansion to your fascinating travel in Hanoi, but also a way to support the local craftsmanship that is on the edge of being forgotten. Thank you so much for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe for more travel stories and experiences. We are Exotic Voyages. See you next time.